Oldham, Lancashire, lies on the edge of the Pennines, northeast of Manchester. In the last 20 years, it's seen many changes.
To the outsider, it was a dump, but to us, it was home.
Hello, hi, hey, moi. Welcome to a bonus episode of Can I Finish? My name is, of course, Travis Glossop, and usually I am joined by Inka Valima. Now, in the last full episode, episode 9, you may remember me right at the end saying, next week's going to be the last episode. Well, guess what? Someone lied, and it was me. I didn't know at the time I was lying. Basically, there's been some illness in the Can I Finish camp, so we have had to push back episode 10 for 1 week. But as I do not want to disappoint anybody, there's a little bonus ep for you. It is full of never heard before bits, including how Inka injured herself twerking, the weirdest date I ever went on, and also where my favourite place to sleep is. But first, before all that, there was recently a special guest in Studio Cardhall, and I'd like to introduce you to her. This is my mum. Welcoming in Mandy Glossop.
Hello.
Now, we were just watching TV, and I said, can you come into the studio, please? And now you're here. Do you know what's happening?
Not at all.
Not at all. This is your first time on a podcast, I would guess.
Yes.
You look really scared. You look genuinely terrified.
I am.
Why are you terrified?
I don't know what to expect.
All I've said is, do you want to pop into the studio? I've just got a little bit of a chat to have with you. Currently, you're visiting Finland.
Yes.
I do a podcast about Finland.
Yes.
Basically, I just want to know what you think. How has your visit been?
Wonderful.
It's not a test. You're not being tested here. You can expand on that.
It's just wonderful. I love it.
Do you?
Yeah.
What do you love about Finland?
It's so clean.
It's so clean.
And bright.
Okay.
And wide streets.
Wide streets.
And posh shops.
Posh shops?
Everything looks so expensive.
It's because it is expensive.
I think it's a lovely place. Very dog friendly.
Mm-hmm.
Dogs in shops.
Dogs in shops.
Yes, it was quite.
Dogs with jobs.
Dogs with jobs.
Yeah. Some dogs have jobs. Like a police
dog.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or a sniffer dog.
Yeah.
Maybe a dog that herds sheep.
Do you have many sheep in Finland?
Not me personally, but I'm sure there is some. I'm just trying to think of other dogs that might have jobs.
Yeah.
Librarian.
No. No, that's my next job.
Oh, is it?
Yes.
Do you want to be a librarian?
Yes, I want to live in the library.
No. Well, I'm not sure you understand the concept of.
I want to be a librarian, but I would like to live in Helsinki's library.
Okay. Well, thank you for joining me on this bonus episode of Can I Finish?
You're welcome.
You can come back again if you like.
Oh, thank you. I will be back.
Oh.
November.
Oh, right. I thought you meant sort of you just booked yourself for next week's podcast. Okay. Thanks, Mum. Bye.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
How lovely and wholesome. Right. Now, let's do some clips. Okay. First up, this clip is from episode 5, Party Time Excellent. We originally had a little conversation about our karaoke songs. Have you got, like, a go-to karaoke song?
Yes.
Okay, what is it?
I have several, but the rap one is Sini Sabotagen Levikset-Repe.
Okay.
Sabotage. Why did I pronounce her name like that? Sini Sabotagen. The mixture of Finnish and English is super difficult right now. Sabotage, Sini Sabotage Levikset-Repe.
Okay.
Is my go-to song.
Do you want to give us a little...
Absolutely fucking not.
People are going to pay for that. Okay. I have a couple as well, but me and my fiance have a duet.
Really?
Which we debuted on the ferry to Sweden, to Stockholm. Notorious B.I.G., Juicy. I do the
Wow.
rapping. She does the hook.
Wow.
We have done that now 3 times, and it is an absolute lock-off. People are like, oh my God, this is the sickest thing I've ever seen. I am such a good rapper, Inka, and Kaiser has got the nicest pipes. Nice pipes, Tamika.
Kaisa has a good voice.
Yeah.
So, okay, well, you guys have to go to a karaoke bar here as well. Like, we
Oh.
need to do this, like, today. I want to hear this.
Yes. One day you will hear it, and I feel like you
Right.
will have more respect for me than you do currently. It's not hard, like the fact that
No, because the bar is on the floor.
the bar has tripped me up a few times. But yeah, Notorious B.I.G. Juicy. I've tried to do Arctic Monkeys before, but I am not as good a singer as I think I am. I was thinking about this the other day. I remember the moment that I realised I wasn't a good singer. I was in the back of my mum's car, and I can't believe I'm bringing them up again. Black Eyed Peas were on the radio. And
Was it Hey Mama?
Hey, mama, it's the mama. No, it was maybe it was Where Is the Love?
All right.
And I was trying to match Fergie's harmonies in the back of the car, and I'm like, and I thought I'd absolutely nailed it. I'd gone on this insane run of like, yeah.
Did you put your hands up like Mariah Carey or Whitney Houston does? Like,
Oh, I had my finger in my ear. I had my finger in my ear to make sure I was matching and I was harmonizing. And my sister, who at the time was probably about 8 years old, turned around and looked at me and said, "That was fucking horrible."
Did she drop the F-bomb?
Yeah.
Oh, great.
She, at that moment, she was like, the first time she's ever chosen to swear was to tell me how bad of a singer I am. And I'll never let her forget it. Thank you to my sister, Lauren. Now, next up, this was actually from our most recent episode, episode 9, all about dating. The only reason we had to cut this out was for time. I think this is brilliant. Maybe we should have left it in. Who knows? But enjoy it now. An A to Z. And I've picked out a couple of these that I want to ask Inka about. They're basically things to do with how you should approach a Finn if you're wanting to date them.
Right.
And it's things that Finns like. So,
All right.
E.
Hit it.
E was effective dating. Finns tend to date only one person at a time. If you're dating several people and keeping your options open, please don't let us know. Keep it super casual with us. Or even better, don't do that all to a Finn.
Huh. I think this is like a common thing that some people keep their options open and some people don't. I also think because polyamory and open relationships are like lifting their head and not being so like underground thing anymore. It's become more common or acceptable in a way.
Yeah.
I think this is like there's options for everyone to date as they please. And oh, that's wrong. Not for everyone. There is several people who no one wants to date.
You know who you are.
No, this is real. Actually, in Finland, we have this thing in Finland where there is a lot of lonely men in rural areas of this country. Am I saying that word correctly?
Yeah.
Thank you. And actually, some politicians say that we should like put universities in those areas where women go, so the lonely men in those areas can date the university student women.
Okay.
And that's how we solve this problem of birth rate declining in Finland and yada yada.
That is their solution is to drag women into a rural part of Finland
Yes.
and go, look, you can study here, you can,
Yeah.
and then just sort of.
Yes.
Okay, I've got a little thing to play you because I found this silly little skit about dating, and from what you just said, I think this might be more accurate than I first imagined.
Right.
Are we filming? Hello, my name is Jorma from Helsinki region. A man looking for a woman. I am originally from Lapland, moved here Helsinki region. Hard to talk women, find women very don't. So this might be I'm trying to find you from here. So if you like me, please contact me on my phone number. Things I like. I like sausage, beer, and women in that order. Yes, sauna, very nice. I like men should be men and women should be women. So yes, maybe you
I
can
think
cook
I've
for
dated
me
this
when
guy.
you come here. Sausage, yes, I like sausage. Maybe you will like my sausage too.
Yeah.
How accurate is that portrayal?
That is very accurate. But no, it's an actual problem.
Wow.
When there's a lot of lonely men in any country, because then the
Is that not their own problem?
Exactly, that is their own problem.
Right.
But they make it everyone's problem, because when there's a lot of lonely men in some countries, they get extreme in their political views or actions, and here we have a crisis in that country. So.
Well, moving on to I. And the I in this case stands for I'm really loving these clips. Well, here come a load more. These are all little short ones, but enjoy them nonetheless. Yeah, I've always really, really wanted to go in a treehouse.
I can see you sitting in a treehouse with a crown that you made of twigs, and you're there like, put it in the pile with the rest of them.
Now make yourself scarce. Bring me more. And it just sort of shoved my face full of blueberries. Like I'm something.
What a life.
What a life. I started to think about in Willy Wonka. What's that fella called? The one who has got a face full of blueberries.
Can't remember. The movie was violent.
Have you seen the trailer for the new one with Charlemagne?
Yeah, Timothée Chalamet.
It's so funny. He's like, really wacky. It's me, Timothée Chalamet. And it's like he thinks he's going so big with his performance, and he's just like being so wacky, and it looks so bad.
I blame Gen Z with this mumblecore generation that think that I'm giving a big I'm giving a big performance, and then just Billie Eilish mumbling on a stage, and I'm a bad guy, and people are like, oh my god, this is so great. No one really sings, no one really acts, everyone's just like their eyes are half closed and they're like That's my idea of Gen Z.
Yeah, I think you bang on.
Yeah,
I think you're spot on.
exactly. But anywho, yes.
Some people from their podcast go on arena tours. Some people have their podcast turn into a TV show. Some write a book, like yourself.
Yes.
It
was like a book or arena tour or presidency. I don't know, like, I just took the book because it sounded more fun.
Yeah. You just get to pick one thing.
Yeah,
You go, ip dip do. Do you know that? Ip dip do.
The game wears different lights and buttons.
No.
Okay.
If you needed to pick between like two different things to pick randomly, you would go ip dip do. The cat's got the flu. Dog got chicken pox. Out goes you. And then you get rid of one.
Do you know what's that in Finnish?
No.
Enten tenten teelika menten hissun kissun vaapula vissun elinkielin klot. Piipun vaapu vot ehkä. Eskon saun piun pau. Nyt mä lähden tästä pelistä pois.
That sounds so good. That sounded like you were rapping. That was men.
There were some bits that I can't remember how it went, so I just freestyled, but about like that.
Yeah. Roughly, are they about the same? Like, what's the subject of yours?
Just...
Does it translate?
No. I don't know what to say to that. I don't know.
I'm glad we covered that. That was fun.
So it's a problem here when during the winter time. Not like a huge problem, but a problem. People drink and then they pass out in the snow and they die because they don't feel the cold.
Oh my word.
Because you can actually die in Finland if you drink too much and pass out outside.
I've never considered that would actually be a problem here.
It's like...
Do you have any official
like a-
stats to back this up?
no, absolutely not. But it's a thing.
Wow.
We are warned about it.
Oh. See, because I arrived here in the winter and yeah. I mean, I never got drunk enough to fall asleep. Well, because I was taken in by the Don of Finland. That's episode 2 anecdote
Yes.
if you want to revisit that.
The king situation.
The king, yeah. Oh,
Another
gosh.
king. We have 2 king of Finland situations here. Know your king situations, people.
If you know your Can I Finish lore, you know the 2 kings of Finland. But yeah, I mean, I've never so I used to do a thing where I'd like to sleep on my bathroom floor after a night out.
Did you cause like a flood?
A flood?
Flood?
A flood?
I don't know what's the southern Norwegian. Did you cause a flood?
What do you mean? Like, it wasn't having a bath.
Oh, okay.
No, this
That's
is
also a problem.
yeah, that's a problem. This is literally just going to the toilet
Right.
and then just having a lie down. I chose to sleep on the bathroom floor because I had an attic room.
Mm-hmm.
So I've already made my trip up the stairs to the bathroom. I'm not then going to go up another flight of stairs. I can't be bothered. Towel for a pillow, have a little sleep on the floor, and my mum tries to open the door and she can't get in. That was a regular thing. So I already knew I had a destination to lie down in. I wasn't thinking about falling asleep outside. I think that's very rare
All right.
for people in the UK.
Okay. I'm glad
Yeah.
because that's dangerous.
It's dangerous. Twitch.tv/Travis Glossup. There's lots of fun to be had on the internet if you can find it in certain corners.
And so much weird stuff. What's the weirdest thing you found in the internet? Let's take everything sexual away from this scenario. Is there anything weird in Yle sites where it's just that and then sexual stuff?
It's just mainly buttholes and stuff like that, I think. Have you ever been on the dark web?
No, have you?
No, I'd love to.
Oh, goddamn.
Should we do it now? we won't Google on this podcast, but we will dive into the dark web.
You got a new computer.
I have. Yeah, and this one is definitely dark web enabled.
Nice.
It's like a gaming PC. That's what all those people do. Dark web and fiddle with their little controllers.
Right.
Yeah. If you want to have a look at this, there's a really cool and nice website called Pen Island. Just type in penisland.com and have a look at that. And don't tell them I sent you. Let's swiftly move on.
Penisland.
Damn, she caught me. She caught out my trick. Okay, fine, don't do it. And if you do it incognito. Now, I have a confession to make. For research purposes, I just actually looked up that website that I jokingly told people to go on. It was a really big thing at school. People would like prank their mates by getting them to go on it, and you can imagine the sort of content it withheld. I've just looked it up, and it doesn't work anymore. The domain's been sold. It's rubbish. So sorry if you did search that, maybe with the hope of moving there. It's not a place that actually exists. So unpack your suitcase and instead enjoy this next selection of clips.
Okay, now we can edit this to some other like bloopers bit. If you do you fly in your dreams ever?
No.
Never. Have you
Never.
ever flown in your dreams?
Yeah, the only time that I've flown in my dreams was when I had a lucid dream.
Oh, I like those.
Yeah. I thought that's only ever really happened like once, I think.
Okay.
But no, not a lot of flying happens really. Do you?
Yes, I fly a lot in my
Really?
dreams. Yes, and I like to talk to people like how they fly in their
Right.
dreams. Because the way I fly, I run really fast, and then I just jump, and I never come down. And if I start to come down, I like took from like a tall building from a roof, like jump again from the corner of the building, and then I'm just
Oh.
hopping. It feels so good.
So it's almost like parkour. You're
Yeah.
you're doing like super parkour.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Because I don't like flap my hands or anything like that.
No, I think that's weird if you do that.
Some people do that.
No. Why would they choose that as their flight?
I don't know.
Flight
Do you
of method.
choose it or just like?
Well,
come
it's
to
all
you?
your subconscious, right? So surely you're choosing.
In a subconscious way,
Hmm.
like eeny meeny miny mo. I'm not choosing that.
I'm gonna do this way. I've got rocket boots. Some people decide to be a big bird. A big. Some
bird.
people choose to have rocket boots, and some decide to be a big bird.
The Sesame Street, Big Bird.
Yeah. But the thing with if you're flapping your arms, you've not got feathers. You're just flapping a load of skin about. That seems silly to me.
Some people swim
In the air.
That's the type of flying they do.
Huh.
I have a survey that I'm doing.
Yeah. How many people have you? How like what?
Well,
a lot of
less
people.
less than 10.
Okay, that's a good like solid base to. Anyway, I don't know how we got here. Tell me more about what you like about us. Staircasing.
Nothing.
Okay, no. Fine,
That
sure.
was it. That was it. But I enjoy the cottagecore vibe that you have going on.
Very nice. Yeah.
I'm into youthful things like cottagecore.
You're so young and vibrant, Inka.
I am.
The fact that you said less than 5 minutes ago that you had one working knee.
I heard it. I hurt my knee while twerking.
Oh,
So,
you redeemed yourself.
yes. And it can happen to every young,
Sorry.
flexible person.
Hold on. You hurt it while twerking?
Yes.
You were twerking the wrong bit of your body, I would say.
No, because when you twerk as hard as I do, you can do it on your knees
Oh.
and in different positions. I was in a dancing class, not in a local bar, and this time, and I didn't have proper like knee pads,
Right.
and it never got better after that.
God, how long ago was that?
Like 2-3 years.
Wow.
I should go to the doctor, but I can manage.
Your healthcare actually works here. Why wouldn't you use it?
Actually, it doesn't.
Oh.
It's going to shit. Oh, no. We have I don't know if our listeners know, but we have healthcare crisis in Finland.
Really?
Yeah.
I didn't even know that, and
Really?
I live here.
Yeah.
It's been quite good whenever I've been.
Well, you're lucky.
Yeah.
The
Shout out Kalasatama.
It's a good place, but there is not enough workers.
Mm-hmm.
We don't pay our nurses enough.
Yeah.
That's a big issue.
Yeah.
The waiting list is too long.
Mm-hmm.
And my experience is that if you are not actually bleeding somewhere and carrying your head with you when you go to the ER,
Yeah.
they are gonna tell you that take a Burana and get over with it.
In the UK, you go, take 2 paracetamol and call me in the morning.
That's exactly.
Yeah. I used to do hospital radio. That was my first radio gig.
I'm baffled. You have a like specific radio in a hospital?
All hospitals in the UK have their own radio station.
Why?
Well, so people have got something to listen to, Inka.
They can listen to the normal radio stations.
No, they have to listen to the hospital radio station.
Stupid.
So, well, thank you for... my whole career started off as stupid and has ended up here.
I'm so sorry. I meant it's a bit silly.
Yeah, it's a bit silly. Yeah, no, I agree. But do you know the most requests? So the first show I ever did was a request show. So I would stand by the door after like visiting hours and I go, would you like to have a song played on the hospital radio for your friend or family? Would you like to have a song played? And everyone's passing by just going, oh, leave me alone, weirdo, because they thought I was a freak. But I'm like, no, I'm an actual radio person. So the most requested song in hospitals for people to hear. Any idea what it might be?
Bleeding Love by Leona Lewis.
No, you've got the exact wrong way.
Oh, sorry. I kept imagining like a song that said something like "sick and tired." I'm so sick and tired. But I couldn't
I've
get
got a punctured lung. My leg broke this morning. There's quite a few maybe Morrissey songs that might fit that bracket, actually.
I'm an atheist and my leg has been broken.
I tripped over a cat on the way to the breakfast table.
And this woman, I hate her. That's all Morrissey.
That, yeah.
Like,
All Morrissey's over it. But anyway, the number one most requested song in hospital radio, Frank Sinatra, I Did It My Way. How depressing. Have a bit of originality, why don't you?
I
What about
keep
WAP? Not enough Megan Thee Stallion on...
the hospital cleaners like, yeah, bucketing them up.
I don't know what the rest she's saying, but I love the Cardi B shouting out the is it Cardi B?
Yes,
I've had a brain
Megan Thee
fart.
Stallion and
Yeah.
Cardi B.
Shouting out the cleaners of the world. I appreciate that.
Absolutely. And I think that the people who are requesting the I Did My Way song are the, like, kirurgit, surgeons.
I left a plastic glove inside him. I did it my way.
Exactly. Like, this is my jam. Hey, what's your this can be edited in somewhere else as well. What's your weirdest date you've ever been to?
So I was living in Birmingham and I'd done some online dating.
Right.
And I'd matched with this lovely young woman and she seemed quite nice. She was into sort of like punk music. And she seemed pretty cool. And then she did this thing where I was working, so I wasn't texting her back. So she sent me like pictures of her tits
Great.
while I was working. And I was like,
Huh.
okay.
Have you met before?
No.
Oh, right.
It was like you're ignoring me, so here's my tits.
Interesting.
It was a weird tactic. On a primal level, I was like, oh, cool. And then I was like, weird.
Is it cool though?
No, I don't think so.
Yeah.
It was weird. Because imagine if it was sort of,
the other way around.
if it was dick pic. That's aggressive.
Tits and dicks are not comparable.
No, not at all. One's way more aggressive.
Yes.
Anyway. So we decided that we were gonna meet up, and she was gonna come to where I was staying in Birmingham.
If after you send a tit pic, do you like casually meet up for a coffee, or isn't that if you send a tit pic, that's like hey, next time we see, we're gonna fuck. That's that sort of message.
Yeah. I think that's what she intended.
Right.
It sort of wasn't what I was. I was like, oh, well, I'd still like to meet you and sort of find out what you're like.
Right.
But I've just got out of a 7-year relationship, so this is all a bit weird anyway. I was like, let's just meet up, see how we get on, and whatever.
Yeah.
So I didn't realise how far away she lived. So she turned up and she had like an overnight bag. And I was like, oh, okay, I see what's going on. And I was like, right, well, let's go out. Let's sort of...
Yeah.
We went and played pool and like had a few drinks and had dinner. And she did not speak.
At all?
At all. Couldn't get a word out of her. I was like, what is going on? I was like, this is so weird. Like, you're the girl who sent me a tit pic. This is like quite an interesting, like,
turn of events.
Yeah. And then
whose tits were they?
Because I'm suspicious now. Did you Google tits? So like we had this quite boring date.
Right.
And then my mates were out and I was like, oh, we should go and meet my friends to make it sort of... And she was like, no, I want to go home. And I was like, okay, like back to where you live. And she was like, no, I think we should go back. And I was like, this is so weird. So I went back, and then she was like, just so you know, I'm on my period, so nothing's going to happen. I was like, what is going on here?
You were used as an Airbnb.
Yeah. And then, so I was like, okay, I'm going to stay on the sofa because it feels a bit weird. And she was like, well, I'm disappointed. I'm like, get your messages in order here. And anyway, I made her a really good breakfast in the morning, and she left. And I never saw her again.
Interesting.
So one thing I forgot to mention in that story about my weirdest date was when we got back home, after having not spoken basically the entire night, then proceeded for an hour to talk about her ex-boyfriend. And I was like, oh no. So obviously it wasn't meant to be. I, for one, hope she's happy. And I also hope she's not a subscriber to this podcast. But anyway, thems are some clips. Thank you for listening. Next Wednesday, we will be back with your regular scheduled program, episode 10 of Can I Finish? The end of series 1. If you would like us to make some more, maybe consider buying us a coffee. buymeacoffee.com/canifinish. Can I Finish is with 2 N's. We've got social medias, you know where it all is. If you want to email, canifinish@gmail.com. That's it, meaning we'll be back properly next week. But until then, goodbye, moika, heipa, moi moi moi, see you later, in a bit, ta-ra, love.
We have to stop because it came some stone or something through Timo's seat, up in the ass of Timo.